This is an instructional video intended to help you set up your Demonic Dahlia animated prop from Spirit Halloween. After taking everything out of the box, your parts should include the head with the shoulder frame, a small pole, the control box, a sandbag, the knee bracket, a large pole with mechanism, 2 arms, an adapter, a bag with 4 zip ties and 3 screws, 2 metal springs, the wooden base, and the outfit. First, extend the large pole with mechanism all the way out until it looks like this. Then, grab one of the metal springs and attach it to the large pole with mechanism using the 2 plastic notches. One of the notches may not be the circular shape shown in the instructions, but it is still the correct thing to attach it to. Repeat this step for the other side. Now grab the wooden base. Make sure that throughout the rest of the setup process, the front of the base is facing the front. Then grab the large pole with mechanism and attach it to the base using the locking pin on the base and the hole at the bottom of the pole matching A to A. Now grab the small singular pole and attach it to the top of the large pole with mechanism, matching B to B, and again using the locking pin and hole. Now attach the head to the very top of the small pole using the plastic slot right underneath of the head. The head will fall forward after this step. Rotating Dahlia around to the back, you'll see that there is a spot on the plastic piece attached to the head that says screw here, and you want to insert 1 screw to make sure she is securely attached to the pole. Locate the chain that is hanging off of the plastic encased motor and attach that to the chain that is hanging from the back of the head, ensuring that neither of the chains are wrapped around any mechanisms. Rotating Dahlia back around to the front, locate the plastic hook that is on the opposite side of the motor right next to the large gear, and hang from that hook the knee frame. The knee frame will seem to obstruct the gear, but this is the correct place to hang it. Moving down to the bottom of the knee frame, locate the little plastic connector piece that is attached and slide that right over the front face of this square metal pole that you see here, which is a part of the large pole with mechanism. With all of that done, you can grab the entire clothing piece and slide that over Demonic Dahlia's head. Make sure that the side with the buttons and the IR sensor is facing the front. You may need to unvelcro the back of the clothing piece in order to fit it over her head. Slide it all the way over the plastic shoulder frame and let it rest at the bottom of the pole. Now grabbing either of the 2 arms, begin to attach them on the side on which they are facing the front by sliding them up through the sleeves and then placing the metal wire that is attached underneath of the plastic mold, but on top of the plastic piece that is underneath of the head, using the little hole and slot. By using this method, you will lift up the clothing piece into the correct position that you can then Velcro up later. Don't get confused by the 2 plastic pegs that are sticking up on the shoulder frame. That is not where you want to stick the metal wire. There will be a little hole that you are able to slide it in through right before the first small plastic peg. Once you have those metal wires laying flush with the plastic shoulder bracket, you can grab the 2 zip ties and on either side of the plastic mold, feed them through the 2 little holes and then tie everything together. The zip tie will have to feed down through one of the holes, over to the other side, and up through the other hole to make sure that you are getting everything in the zip tie. You should notice that the plastic shoulder mold is fitted just perfectly to lay absolutely flush with the big plastic piece that is underneath of it. These zip ties will hold the arms tight so that they don't fly off during her popping animation. Then go ahead and cut off the excess piece of the zip tie on both sides to make sure that they don't stick up and look weird in the clothing. Now that the arms are securely attached, you can go ahead and pull up the dress over the shoulder mold. You will need to rotate her around to the back and close up the Velcro strips that are on the clothing. Now grab the control box, and on Demonic Dahlia's left side, if you are facing the same direction as her, you can pull up the clothing and see that there is a plastic notch and screw right on the side of the motor that allows you to hang the control box right on it. You will then notice there are two wires, one coming from the motor and one coming from the control box, that need to be attached together. Now locate the IR sensor wire, which should be coming down from the front of the dress, and attach that into the IR sensor slot on the control box. Then you can go ahead and grab your 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter and plug that right into the adapter slot. Demonic Dahlia can be in the on position or IR sensor mode, which is what you will want her on now, or she can be off where she'll do nothing, or she could also be in step pad mode. There also is a jack for trimes, like the try me button or the multi-part remote. There's also a step pad jack and a jack for an external speaker. On the back of the control box, you'll see there is a volume control knob and also a battery pack where you can put in 4 AA batteries instead of the adapter. Lastly, the sandbag is optional, but it is highly recommended to put some sort of weight on the back of Demonic Dahlia. Plug the adapter into an outlet, she should begin to retract immediately, and your setup is complete.